All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for Saturday, the 14th. Coming out a little bit later than I would like to, I like to usually put these out the day before. But sometimes we don't know what's around the bend, like we talked about on Friday. And sometimes we have to gracefully surrender. Surrender to defeat, right? If our intentions are to do something, and be here or do this, and sometimes we get put in situations and predicaments that don't allow us to do or to be what we need to. But yet that is the learning, right? That's part of the learning and part of the experience, is to surrender to the unknown. We're so stuck in, it's like shop's got to open at 9, and then lunch is at 2 o'clock or whatever, and then home at after 5, we can be stuck in, we've created a system. And it's just like, turnkey. Doors have to open up, and we have to know that, we're reliable, and that the business is open or whatever. And it's just like this energy that the moon's in Cancer right now, where it's like we got to be nurturing to ourselves. And even if our best intentions want to be someplace or do something, to not beat ourselves up terribly when it doesn't go as planned, right? Surrender. Accepting defeat gracefully. That's the 21 degrees of Capricorn, where Venus and Pluto met up on Friday. And Pluto is still going to be at 21 degrees until the 20th, okay? So we're having to learn this. We're having to embody this, gracefully surrendering to the unknown. Bowing out, sometimes there's nothing more that we can do. We've tried all of our best, put our best efforts and best intentions into something, and there's just literally nothing we can do. Sometimes that's with ourselves, and that's why this Cancer moon is saying being nurturing with ourselves right now, to not beat ourselves up or feel ashamed, and to hope that other people can understand. Sorry, boss, this happened and the kid, spilt the coffee all over and, needed to clean it up, or the dog crapped on the floor and that had to happen, and this put me 5 minutes late to work or something, and it's like, nope, 9 a.m., be there or you're fired. It's like, whoa, that big business. And it's just like, but we're human beings. And we don't always know what's coming, right? So the moon also being in Cancer, not only telling us to be nurturing to ourselves, nurturing to these moments, compassionate during this sense of surrender, right? So it's like we can't. Sometimes we want to help people. Our nurturing aspects. It's a motherly or fatherly. We want to care. We want to care for another individual, a family member, a loved one, a friend. And sometimes, people can only meet you where they are at, truthfully, right? And you cannot squeeze a drop of appreciation, acceptance, or love into a closed fist. They have to be willing to open up their fist to receive it. So if they're standing there, fists ready to go, ready to argue, ready to fight, and that's not your intentions, we have to gracefully bow out and not be upset at the other person, as best as we can be. This is where you're at in life. This is where you're at in this journey. We met here for some reason, for our own, growth and expansion, but I have to gracefully walk away. And I can still care, and I can still love, and I can still, appreciate you, even with closed fists. And just hoping, that's your journey, and this is my journey, and I've got to go this way. You know what I mean? So this Cancer moon, and it's, opposed to Saturn, opposed to Pluto, opposed to Venus today. We're learning a lot about that. As one deals with the physical, Capricorn, the very physical, real life, and Cancer is the very emotional body. So we're learning this. And then further, Venus is creating a septile to Neptune for the next 3 days. Okay, so the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, Neptune and Venus. Okay, so this is our planet of love, want, and desire. Who we love, what we love, the things we love, the people that we love, our ambitions that we want to, that we feel so deeply in our hearts that we want to create in this world, that we want to manifest, lines up with our imagination, our dreams, is a very beautiful aspect. Let me show you the chart for a second. So Venus here at 23 degrees. Early in the day here, we got the moon at 23 degrees, oppositions, right? And this is what we're talking about. This can be conflict. Like what I want to show you love and appreciation. I care about this human being. And if you're not there, this is opposing. This is a conflict, tension. And it's just like I have to be further nurturing to myself. I have to take care of myself right now. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not looking for an argument. And if you want to project that onto me, I have to gracefully walk away, and I have to be comfortable with that change and comfortable with myself and my decisions. It's transformational, So then here at 23 degrees, Neptune, okay, imagination station, the power of creation, brings the thoughts into form. All right, brings the thoughts into form. Imagination station, the power of creation, bringing our thoughts into form. Very, very powerful connection that's going on for the next 3 days. So while we're gracefully bowing out and accepting a defeat on one end, we're being nurturing to ourselves, trying to be as nurturing to the other as much as we possibly can. We're still dealing with this deep-rooted shadow stuff, and that's coming to life. We see the sextile happening here to Saturn. It's just now forming, right? That's a really powerful connection. It's just like this shadow work it can come up in disease. It can come up in the way you communicate. It can come up with how people perceive you, and we have to be willing to change that. We have to be willing and open. We have to be able to open up our hand to receive love. We have to open up our hands in order to receive acceptance, right? And if somebody else is not willing to, then that's part of their journey. And it's our journey to recognize, hey, what is making me tick, what's making me move forward in my journey in this life, I need to bring that into fruition right now. This is such a beautiful and powerful connection, this septile. Again, it's like fate. It's otherworldly energy that's coming into us, that's coming from a higher source through us, working through us in a really magical kind of a way, And then further, with the moon being home in Cancer, it's like taking care of our homes, not only our physical bodies, our emotional bodies, but paying attention to the fine details of our home. On Saturday here, the moon's going to be there pretty much until 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sunday, it's going to move into Leo, where our fire energy kind of comes up and it's more outward. So this is a good day, which is an odd thing. And on a Saturday, when the moon's home in Cancer, is just like get the chores done. Do the laundry, clean the bathroom, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our home. And when things don't always go how we intended them to be, we're going to let people down in our lives. We're going to let people down. And we can only hope that they can understand. And that we put our best intentions forward, right? So it's a nurturing day, and a very creative day at the same time. It's transformational. Because when we allow that to happen, we say, okay, I've got to go do this, or I've got to take care of this here. I've got to stay home tonight to not go out to the party. Your friend might be like, come on, are you kidding me? It's Saturday night. Let's go Christmas, or whatever's going on, and whatever's going on in the city or the town or the other person's expecting you to, we made plans, and it's just like, well, I'm sorry. I have to take care of me right now. It doesn't have to do with you. And I hope you don't internalize this. So that's our day. I wish you a very happy Saturday. Thank you as always for hanging out with me. It is a pleasure and an honor to do this. Thank you. We'll see you later today for Sunday's horoscope.